Welcome back, everybody. Coming up on 623 now on Daybreak, and we're celebrating Western New York this morning by taking in a little nature. And the weather this week is really going to give us the perfect backdrop to explore the outdoors.
Yeah, and this morning we're introducing you to a man who has a passion for chasing waterfalls.
Waterfalls, mesmerizing, captivating, and in some cases, breathtaking. But for Scott Ensminger of North Tonawanda, they're even more than that. They're his obsession.
They're cool. Everyone's different. They're kind of like snowflakes. There's no two of them that are perfectly identical. I mean, yeah,
Do you think it's an addiction to waterfalls at
yeah,
this
to
point?
me it is. I love the sound and the sights. Yeah.
For the better part of 4 decades, Scott has been visiting, documenting, and cataloging the waterfalls of Western New York.
I used to go to Niagara Falls quite a bit, but it became too commercialized for me. So I started looking for ones out in the woods where nobody visits anymore. They're more in their natural state.
That was in the 80s. In 1991, Scott initiated the Western New York Waterfall Survey to catalog all of the falls in the western half of the state.
When you started your journey, how many waterfalls were officially listed?
65 by New York State DEC.
And how many have you got on your website right now?
1,148.
Then in 98, he launched his website, fallsguy.com. It's a website that includes more than just stats, maps, and pictures. He also documents the history of many of the falls. It is the result of years of hard work and a lot of digging.
Some people let me know about them. I've collected old postcards too and topographic maps and write to historians. And
Why do you do it?
it beats sitting in a bar.
In fact, Scott reached out to us hoping that he might be able to get his hands on some pictures of one waterfall in particular in its original, natural state before it was rerouted.
Yeah, there used to be like 10 waterfalls coming over the sides of the gorge, and now there's actually 0. They're all changed by man.
This is the only picture Scott could find of Fish Creek Falls in Lewiston. It's from the early 1960s, before it was tunneled, but after it was moved to make way for the now defunct Niagara Gorge Railroad.
Fish Creek used to plunge over the top of the escarpment and drop 306 feet. When they built the Robert Moses Parkway, they put it into a big pipe, and they channeled it all underground, so nobody can see the falls anymore.
On his website, he's listed everything from the towering 500-foot Cinderella Cascade in Wyoming County to Glen Falls, 27 feet of falling water in Williamsville, the lower falls at Letchworth to South Buffalo's Cass Park, Aunt Sarah's Falls in Schuyler County to the falls at Clarendon in Orleans County. Scott has covered hundreds of falls and thousands of miles, even authored a dozen guides and books trying to share his compulsion for cataracts.
It's TLC once saying, don't go chasing waterfalls. You kind of go polar opposite.
Yeah, I hate that song. I like the group, but I don't like their song.
Now, if you'd like to help Scott in his efforts or just like to check out his website, it's fallsguy.com. Now, Falls Guy is spelled FALZGUY.com.
Okay, and I will have that song in my head the rest of the morning. But I'm curious, now, how does he make the distinction between just falling water and a waterfall?
It's got to be a tributary that runs year-round. It can't be just, runoff, and it's got to be at least 5 feet in height. So.
Okay. He knows his stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's incredible. All right.